Hey, welcome to A Wolf Lives Here. We are talking about some fun stuff today.
Fun stuff.
I'm John Munger.
I'm Brett Hefner.
I'm Zach Carnley.
And I'm Joe Hefner.
So we got some new blood on the podcast today.
A little
Hey,
bit.
guys.
My little brother's here.
Today we're going to just have kind of an informal thing, but we're going to tell you, we're going to pick 3 things that we've been into recently, tell you a little bit about them, and hopefully you'll check them out.
Right.
Hopefully...
We're giving the stamp of approval. This is the Wolf Lives Here stamp of approval. Check these things out. They're the new high.
Yeah, we're
Seal of approval we've sank our teeth in.
We're going to do one thing from 3 different types of media.
Right.
5,000 to 5.
So, video games, TV,
Books.
I'm jumping
movies,
in on a manga, actually.
books, manga.
Manga.
We're going to do one from any of these media, and we're going to do 3 from any of those media, and then hopefully you'll go check it out. So, like we always do, what have you guys been getting into this past week? What have you been consuming?
This week, I've been watching a shit ton of Metalocalypse on Hulu, like a lot. I'm almost done the entire series. That's always funny. I'm a really big fan of that show.
I rewatched Frisky Dingo as well.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh my god.
It's always great. It's
my
always good
favorite
stuff.
show ever.
Been playing a lot more of The Witcher. I'm carving my way
Yes.
through that one.
Same here.
I haven't touched really any other video games though because I've been so busy with work and trying to beat The Witcher. I didn't even pick up.
Takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, I didn't even pick up Batman, even though I'm like super excited.
Bam Ham.
Bam Ham, Arkham City, Night Boy.
Asylum. Asylum.
Asylum, Arkham Asylum, Night Boys, Bam Ham. But anyway, yeah, I'll pick that up as soon as I finish Witcher, which is in another 400 hours or something.
Yes,
Find the time.
I've been going hardcore on that Witcher as well. Been getting my Gwent game on. I put probably like fucking 20 hours in there. I'm level 10.
Just straight Gwent.
I heard
Just 20 hours of straight Gwent.
I heard Gwent was actually like really fun and really in depth for like a
It
in-game
is.
game.
It is
like,
good.
for-
I haven't put 20 hours on Gwent, but but I'm at like level 10. I talked to some people at work, and we got it around the same time,
Right.
and they're at like level 20, and I'm like, what the fuck? How?
They just mainlining quests, probably. I mean, they're probably not doing Gwent.
Yeah, none of them have been playing Gwent.
Exactly. That's the takeaway here.
For a Gwent level, like,
I'm just in a Gwent hole, guys. Like, I just can't climb out.
I'm a pretty big board game
Fanatic. You love board games.
I'm a board game
there's a
connoisseur.
shelf over
I'm looking
there
at the
with
shelf of
15
board games.
At least. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm into the non mainstream board games.
Correct.
Board game geek.
Were you ever into like Magic or something like that?
Yeah, well, I was into Magic. I was into Pokemon.
Right.
Netrunner.
Android.
Yeah, Android Netrunner. I would still like to get
Get
a
back into
following
that.
going.
We'll try to get back into
Actually, I have
that.
most of the work done for my tabletop game now.
For what tabletop game?
I didn't tell you about the
No.
tabletop game I was
Just
working on. It's
dropping-
basically like Tactics, if Tactics was a board game.
So Zach's thing this week is he's been working on a tabletop game. That's hot.
So you've been playing The Witcher.
Been playing The Witcher. Been doing a lot of Witcher contracts. Haven't touched Gwent, but
I just
once.
got a fuck ton of new stuff, so that's been occupying all my time.
Literally the. Oh, never. You mean in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean like he got a bunch of Gwent cards. He got a bunch of new mics.
I did
and,
get a bunch of Gwent cards.
Yeah, I did get those as well.
But I know we're trying to upscale this podcast. Eventually, want to get into the video, but I got a couple more mics. We haven't gotten it all set up yet. Soon we'll be talking in separate mics, and that will make things
Yes.
a lot easier.
Expect an incredible increase in sound quality.
Yes.
It's just gonna blow your
Got-
fucking balls off,
I
guys.
got-
If it doesn't, don't blame us.
I'm gonna.
It's a podcast.
Well, definitely do give us some credit if your balls do not get removed from
Yeah.
your body.
I mean, don't give us credit if that doesn't happen because I want that to happen. So if that happens, give us credit.
So
Just not to the police.
got some stuff
Oh,
from
bad
music
news,
production.
guys.
We're gonna have some. We're gonna have a decent intro and some interludes and such.
Right, music.
Definitely want that to be part of our platform. We're going to continue to put out more media on awolfliveshere.com.
Right, write-ups and shit.
And as always, feel free to contribute. We do
Please
have
do.
so we don't have to spend all of my money on
Right.
on our upgrades. So yeah, that's been consuming a lot of my time. All this new stuff, been playing a lot of music and setting things up. I got a new computer to run all this stuff. Built
Right.
a PC, so naturally I've been playing some PC games. I got Metro 2033.
Hot.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Really
Played.
I want to get the book. I hear it's really, really, really good.
Yeah.
That's what the whole franchise is based on.
Right,
It's
yeah,
novels.
that would be cool. Oh man,
Russian post-apocalyptic novel. Sign me up. Like that sounds really cool.
yeah. What about you, Zach? What have you been doing?
I just finished a lot less heady of a game, but I just beat Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U this afternoon.
Excellent.
And gotta say, it's the best Dynasty Warriors game ever.
Right.
I've never enjoyed not thinking while I kill stuff as much as I did in that game. No, I'm
That's
taking
like-
on it because it is. I mean, that is the crux of Dynasty Warriors.
Right. You just
is-
like plug and play, and you just turn your brain off
Hack
and
and
kill
slash, and not even a good hack and slash.
No.
But I mean, it's still a little unfair. Like, the combat itself is incredibly simple. You end each match with 1,400 kills and shit like that. But I mean, there is enough strategy in the game about trying to decide like your path of attack and how to best handle all the different situations that come up. But the only thing I don't like about this one compared to the other Dynasty Warriors is that you actually have less freedom as far as how you approach each mission because it's a Zelda game, so it's pretty story driven.
Right.
And then, well, I mean, as much as it can be for being a Dynasty Warriors game. And honestly, overall, the story was presented well enough. It wasn't super depthy. They jump into the wormhole plot
Too much.
pretty quickly, but I don't really care because I like the idea that you go to versions of Hyrule from other games. Like there are 6 stages for 3 different games. You go to Death Mountain, which is cool, from Ocarina of Time, and then there's 2 Twilight Princess levels and 2 Skyloft levels. And you unlock characters from those games. You when you're in those stages, you fight enemies from those games. And there's just a lot of fan service in the game that I like especially with
Like
the
lots of tits and ass.
Oh,
Fan service.
actually,
yeah.
the only time. No, it's funny that you say that. There's only one instance
Because
where they
that's
threw
what
a
fan
bunch
service is.
of tits and ass in,
Just tits and ass.
and it's the great.
Funny that I
Right.
call
It's
it
weird.
what it is.
Well, the Great Fairy, I remember she was always very naked in the Ocarina of Time
She's
on the N64.
Did that give you
Big
mystery
old
boners?
titties.
Did you not like understand
No,
why you had a boner, or was it
No, I
very
knew.
clear to you?
I didn't get a boner because she's very frightening looking.
Oh,
She's a very giant
see,
lady.
I've never played any of the Zelda games.
She's a giant lady who
Just
like
don't judge me
spins
on
out
that
of the
one.
water and is wearing like a Poison Ivy-esque
Yeah, it's very
look.
Poison Ivy, yeah.
And she's got the most horrifying face you can imagine.
with
pretty
the
weird
best
in
tits,
Hyrule
though.
Warriors.
Best tits.
Does it really
No.
nullify
No,
those
not
tits?
best.
No.
They're
No.
just huge.
They're just
in the
big
game.
and like polygonal because this is an N64 game.
Hey, buddy.
Right. So it's a lose-lose.
Basically, I hate it.
I hate that game. Just no.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
Worst
it's
game ever.
Worst game ever fucking made.
Waste of Nintendo's time. Waste of my time. It's one of the best.
Yeah, it's literally the best
all
game.
know.
It's probably my favorite game of all time. But
What?
yeah, oh yeah,
Dude, Ocarina of Time is
it's,
Oh, boy.
it's definitely like top 5 for me. Ocarina of Time.
Except when I was playing
With all the
Hyrule
shitty
Warriors,
combat, right? I mean,
What?
The combat in
Uh,
Zelda
is
is amazing.
fucking awesome.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I thought it was just like mash one button, not
No.
no,
No, it's-
Nah,
variation.
you can vary it by putting in different directional inputs while you're doing. You can do stabs, you can do like swipes, you can do like cool backflips, and then to like jumping down
Jumping
strikes.
slashes, and it's just because it's a pretty like.
So it's,
Plus
like,
you
it's
can
actually a pretty
always
good
use-
hack and slash.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a fairly realistic system.
And then
I mean,
it's
you, like,
actually
if you don't block,
the scope is like
you die.
really good. I mean, that's
Yeah,
the,
it's a
that's
huge
I thought
scope,
that
yeah.
was the huge appeal to Zelda, is
Right.
just the scope.
Is the exploration and stuff like that. Plus, like that's just your sword. You can always like whip out your fucking megaton hammer, fucking throw some fucking bow and arrows and bombs and shit in there. Use the fucking.
I love how it.
Like all I know about
Hook shot.
Zelda is like playing 3 seconds on the 3DS, and then, fucking what's his name that did all the awesome videos.
Egoraptor.
Egoraptor's video on Zelda. That's
Right.
what I know about Zelda. Like boss fights. How am I gonna beat this guy? And then it's like, oh, insert bomb here.
Yeah.
That pretty much sums up every boss fight.
Every single one.
The Hyrule Warriors did a good job of incorporating that into the game because you fight giant boss. They literally call them giant bosses. You fight bosses from the other games like King Dodongo and Goma, and whichever game Manhandla is from.
Manhandler.
It's a big mandragora. It's like a 4-headed piranha plant thing.
But it's called Manhandler.
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay, so Joe, what have you been consuming this week?
As far as video games, not much because I don't even have a current gen console, guys. So I can't.
Neither does Zach.
but-
Well, I guess you have a Wii U right now.
Yeah, you have
so.
a Wii U, that counts technically.
Been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat.
Been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat. That's all I play because
K10.
go over to my aunt's house,
Jam.
and that's all they have. That's the only game they have for the PS4. So that's
Right.
all I play. So, you know,
That
just
Airmac.
getting that Airmac, baby. We are many.
You are but one.
Oh, that's my shit.
That's a step.
MK10 is nuts. It's so good.
It is
And
really good.
It's very fun and
But,
it's selling. Really
I thought
well.
the hype train would drag on for me longer than it did, but
Nah.
Street Fighter V, man.
Really.
Every time they put a new character video out, I get so excited. Like,
But there's like
Bison
three.
looks
There's like
incredible.
three.
That's
new
all that
Well, no,
matters.
there's-
That's all
That's
you
all that
need.
matters for
Street
him,
Fighter.
man. He's
Ryu, Chun-Li, Charlie, Bison, Birdie, Cammy.
yeah,
Oh, 6. Oh, I see.
They were really recent videos.
Oh, okay.
Birdie looks disgusting,
good.
which is good. I mean, he is gross, but he's always just been cartoon and animated, and it's funny seeing his weird, big, bouncing belly secrets, you guys.
He said, he whispered in my ear, I do cocaine. But
Since we've been watching Metalocalypse.
yeah, since we've been watching a lot of Metalocalypse. What have you been doing, John? Well, you already told us.
Yeah,
You're
pretty
making a lot
much.
of music and dicking around with your new tools.
Yeah, so let's jump
I've been
right
getting
into
around with some
what
tools, too.
we want to suggest.
Yeah, what
To
are
you guys.
My
the
number one, since I thought about it, I know it's old, but if you like comedy and you've never seen Frisky Dingo, but yeah, the first thing I want to recommend, I know it's a little older, but it's one of my favorite television shows. Period. If you like Archer, definitely go back and watch Frisky Dingo. It's Adam Reed, the same creator for Archer. The guy that actually voices Gillette in Archer is the primary writer for Archer, and he was the creative director for Frisky Dingo. And you can watch it piecemeal because it is a show. They're 11-minute episodes, but it only ran for 2 seasons. So every time I've ever watched it, I watch it like a movie.
right, you just marathon it
Because it's an hour 45 to watch the whole show.
Right.
And it's literally from the beginning of the show to the end of the show. It's just every line is funny.
yeah, it's a great fucking show.
It's really intelligently written, and then a lot of the joke structure in Archer is pretty much pulled directly from Frisky Dingo. The scene transition thing they use all the time, where one character starts a sentence and then they change scenes,
And it's
another
finished by
character
another.
finished another character.
Right.
That's Frisky Dingo, just all the way through. It's one of my favorite shows ever. Oh, and then while I'm thinking about shows, the new season of Rick. It's because it's new. The new season of Rick and Morty starts later this month.
Right.
And again, it's just one of the most well-written shows I've ever seen. It's Dan Harmon and but Dan
The
Harmon.
Russo brothers,
Dan
yeah.
Harmon gets a little too much credit for it. I mean, he is a writer on it, and he's important to the show. But the characters and most of the story were created by Justin Roiland. He's the guy who does the voice of Rick and Morty, which is hilarious to me.
Right.
Because their voices are really different. But just they have so many scenes together, and I just imagine him in a sound booth doing both
Talking
lines
to
to himself. Same thing. It's if you haven't seen it, they're basically Doc Brown and Marty, but in an Adult Swim show, and they get into all kinds of different just all kinds of hijinks like every episode.
All these hijinks.
Because he literally refers to that in the first 2-3 episodes of the show. At the end of the show, Rick starts promoting the show.
Right.
And it's fucking hilarious to me. They're like, oh, but I bet I could watch that for 11 minutes at least. Rick and Morty forever. Rick and Morty forever. RickandMorty.com. He just breaks into these weird promotions for the show. And the same thing with the last episode of season 1. He
Zach talking to the microphone.
basically promotes season 2, but that starts soon.
I think it's the 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, just go on Hulu and watch like the whole Adult Swim catalog if you have time. It's the first time it's ever been put online in that sense. It's never really been on
when it came to
Netflix.
Netflix, they only put the first
Season of everything,
which
is useless.
Especially
Useless
with
to me.
things like, with things like Aqua Teen Hunger Force and like the other 11-minute shows, it's like they had like 30 seasons of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and they put one
season, which is like 15 episodes that are 11 minutes long.
Is Aqua Teen still going?
Yeah, Aqua Teen is
it's
actually
changed
still.
names
Yeah.
again. It's like Aqua Show, whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Is Aqua Show.
Yeah,
whatever.
no, I know. They're very aware of what they're doing.
But yeah, just go out there, check those shits out. They're always fucking hilarious. Especially Frisky Dingo, because not a lot of people know about it. It only got 2 seasons, and it's just really fucking funny.
Yeah, and it's just it's nice, especially because I know Archer is really popular, but a lot of people that still like Archer don't know that about Adam Reed's other work on Frisky Dingo and then on
even C-Lab.
C-Lab.
Yeah, C-Lab is also super
That's
funny.
why I love
Always
the
great.
first episode of Frisky Dingo starts with the intro to C-Lab.
To C-Lab,
but
yeah.
then he cuts into the transmission. I guess game-wise, if you have a Wii U and you need some kind of action game, the 2-player works really well. I was talking about Hyrule Warriors earlier. It's still a little pricey right now.
We're gonna like take turns.
Oh, I figured we
We're
were
coming back to
call
you.
out.
We're coming. Yeah,
We're gonna come back to you. We're gonna come back to you. Hey, we're coming back to you.
I might get picked up again.
Oh, really? Well, oh.
Might have to go again.
It might have to get picked up. We're in 15 minutes of the podcast.
That's your trademark.
Classic. Joe, what have you been consuming that you enjoy?
As far as TV goes,
Anything. Like,
anything.
what do you want to start with?
do you wanna
I'll start with
recommend?
my HBO like addiction right now because of new season of True Detective.
Yes.
Right.
Amazing so far.
Is
Way
it
better.
even with the new director?
Yeah,
It is much better than the internet is making it out
yeah,
to be.
the internet said it was
The
trash.
critics,
I watched it, it was
are not
garbage.
being very nice.
Nope.
No, they're being a
Because it's
little
not like the first one.
right.
Of course, it's not like the
I would
first
have
one.
really enjoyed if the season 2 rolled out and it was the same
The
thing
same
as the first
exact
one.
thing.
That's just what I want.
Everyone trying to. Well, this is what everyone does say online. They say, the critics say everyone is trying to be that Matthew McConaughey character.
But I don't feel like
and
that's true.
Yeah,
I don't feel like that's true at
they're
all.
like, oh, there's no like just normal kind of opposite of the Matthew McConaughey. Like they had Woody Harrelson. He was
Right.
kind of the balance.
I feel like
between
Highway
his
Patrol
style-
guy is the foil to that. Like,
You think who is?
did you pause it?
Highway Patrol guy is
You figure Highway Patrol. Everyone says that they all are dark and brooding and like
Right.
they all have, but I don't know
If
if
you
any
didn't-
of them are really as dark and brooding and like
I think they
existential
definitely
as Matthew McConaughey.
right. He's not. Nobody is Russ.
No one's
No.
trying to be Rust, I don't think, but
I
everyone's
mean,
saying.
so many different struggles on that right now. I mean, like the guy, the highway motorcycle cop. I don't know his name.
I can't remember any of their names. Honestly.
Something Woodrow, Paul Woodrow.
Yeah, Woodrow.
Yeah, he's clearly gay. And,
Right,
And,
right.
and
Obviously,
struggling with it. That's something new. Like
They
he's
just-
talking to a deadbeat cop and talks about like getting hit on by a bank teller and almost had to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
And he's
Right.
like, even the deadbeat cop's
It's
like,
like,
why would you
whatever.
do that? Why would you punch him in the face?
Right.
Like, what's wrong with you, dude?
He's definitely swinging hard to cast off aspersions.
Right. He takes like a Viagra before having to bang this super hot chick.
Super hot. I was like, why do you need any help for that?
Clearly,
Yeah.
right.
He's struggling
Girl,
with some
please.
issues.
No
Yeah.
one's that
And
bad.
he sees some like I guess he sees like some gay prostitutes and he's
Seething.
Very
Yeah.
getting.
very emotional.
I'm wondering if that's actually what they're going to lean into, or if it's going to be that he is really just like, that's his character flaw, is that he's like a raging homophobic. Because they're laying it on super thick right now that he's obviously a gay guy, right?
Yeah,
And I
possibly.
feel like they might subvert your expectations of what you think his character would be.
That
I
actually
think
might be
both go.
That would be cool.
Both go together though. Like,
Well, yeah, but not always. I mean, there is people who are
just
just
homophobes.
homophobic. Like, unfortunately, that's the reality of our world.
I think he wouldn't have needed to take a pill to
pill.
get it up.
He might be struggling with like
Anxiety.
impotence, Period.
you guys-
might be misinterpreting it. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that
He's like, I can't fucking get
a
it
lot
up
of
because
good
these
directors-
homos are getting married. Like he's he's just like an angry guy.
I don't
Even
know,
though
but he had like that scene that they borrowed actually from memoirs of Hunter S. Thompson,
right.
where he's driving on his bike and he hits 100 and turns the lights off.
Yeah.
That's actually a ode to Hunter S. Thompson, who used to do the same exact thing.
Right.
It's like trying to feel alive.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you guys never done that before?
I brought.
Like, not like on that shitty motorcycle.
No,
but-
I've never done it on a motorcycle.
When I was 17, I stole my mom's Mercedes when she had the sports car, one,
Right.
a compressor, and well, I went to Slidell to see my girlfriend at the time, and I came back. There wasn't any traffic, and it was the middle of the night, and I brought the car up to 160 and then turned the lights off because I was being a crazy person.
Right. It is kind of
It's exciting.
thrilling.
So,
Yeah, there's a
the end of
thrill
the
in
story,
it.
I pooped in my mom's car. Oh shit! I just remembered they listened to this.
Yeah. Isn't it weird?
Sorry, Mom.
My mom listened to it once too.
8
and I
years
was like,
ago,
what the
I
fuck?
took your car out. You didn't know about it, but
And it pooped in it.
It was super gross. I cleaned it up.
it was super gross. I didn't clean it up. It wasn't Tyler, like I said.
All right.
Gross.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying the new season. I really like the Hotline Miami in it.
Theme,
That
yeah.
was cool.
Yeah.
I know that's probably not where they got that from, but anytime somebody
Well,
is
they
wearing
said
an
there's a
animal mask,
tenuous link to the previous season, so
yeah.
there's a tenuous link.
But what does that have to do with Hotline Miami?
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with Hotline Miami,
Miami.
but they did wear masks in the rituals.
They were.
Ah,
Did they wear
so-
animal masks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
they
man,
do.
I completely
Some-
forgot about that.
Sometimes, yeah.
There was only one that didn't wear a mask, and it was Errol.
Right. Rad. Rad. Because they kept saying up into the release that it really didn't have anything to do with the first season, like at all, and that
Yeah,
there wasn't even going to be
tenuous
like.
link.
Yeah. All I need is a tenuous link.
Right.
It's a little nostalgia for it.
Right.
Real quick, yeah.
I like my links tenuous. Sausage.
Yeah.
All right, so True Detective.
True Detectives kicking
Right.
ass.
We're definitely going to recommend that.
Yeah.
And
Popular
have
to contrary
two-
belief, it's good.
as far as HBO goes, the stuff coming on after True Detective is also.
Oh, I haven't seen
Ballers.
Ballers. I want to check
No,
it
not
out.
Ballers. Forget that.
I want to see.
Have you seen it?
No, and I don't care to because that's.
I mean, it
just-
looked cool to me.
Yeah,
I know
but
that's like kind of like that Entourage
that's
feel,
for
and I'm
the
not
people
really
who
into
miss
that.
Entourage.
Like,
Really
like
is what that's for.
I didn't really enjoy Entourage that
It
much.
looked like it was going to get seedy real fast.
Really?
To me,
I mean, I
No,
do
I didn't
love The
watch it.
Rock. I
The
mean,
Rock is sick.
It's the only reason I might watch it, but it's just too entourage for me.
also, Rob Corddry's in it. He's hilarious, so it might be worth my time.
Have you seen the Jack Black and all that?
The Brink. That's the one I'm
Brink.
trying to
Yeah.
get to. That show's actually pretty funny.
It
pretty
looked really
hilarious.
good. Yosef Mondi's funny. I didn't know that he like actually acted.
They got these two. I don't know who the actors are, but they got these two pilots that are like some of the main. The show goes between different main storylines that are all kind of
Plus
converging.
Tim Robbins.
And yes, and he's hilarious. And these two pilots though are like the funniest part of the show.
From
And
the promo where they're going on a mission.
They're going on a
They
mission.
accidentally took drugs or something.
I guess not accidentally. they just took the wrong drugs.
drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're just.
Could you imagine cruising around at the speed of sound on drugs
Above
in
the
a
speed
fighter
of
jet?
sound.
I can't.
Well, 2 times above the speed of sound.
Oh my god, is that how fast we're at now?
Well, they have some
We've
that
been-
go faster than
Oh
that.
no, but like that's just insane to me. That
That's
we're
what
just,
Mach means.
we're just killing it.
Yeah, Mach
And
3
the,
is, I don't know.
It's
I don't know
3
plane
times the speed of
shit.
sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I know, but I don't know what the fastest is.
I'm pretty sure it's still.
To be fair, I was kind of making a
Black
Sonic
Rose.
joke.
You're too slow. I hate him. so-
Flying around at the speed
Can we,
of
can,
sound.
we, can we side rail this and talk about Sega being dedicated to ruining Sonic?
No, we're not yet.
Not yet. We'll get into that at some point. I'm
Because Joe's
sure.
not here.
Oh yeah, let's let him talk about that. I want to go into my thing for this week that I'm really strongly recommending is a fairly new manga that doesn't have a
An anime?
it doesn't have an anime, but it actually doesn't have a legit English dub either. It's only been fan
translation?
fan translated. It's really fucking crazy. It's doing some really unique things. It's called Gesellschaft Blume. It's German.
Oh yeah.
It means
I know what you're talking about.
I think it means community flower. That really doesn't have a whole lot to do with the story is so far. The main kick is it's a sword art kind of manga where like everyone is in a world where they level up and fight bosses and are
if
given
you're gonna
classes.
use that, you need to roll that back to the real reference. It's because Sword Art Online is just .hack.
Oh sure.
Oh, yeah,
All
there
right,
you
sure. But unlike Dot Hack and Sword Art, this is like real life. Like they're not in a game or anything like that. They're just real life is a place where you level up and fight bosses and are given a class at birth.
That's cool.
It is kind of cool. It sounds kind of dumb at first, but like
But so does every anime
Right.
ever.
here's where shit gets tricky. Your main character is Troza, I believe his name is, and he is a subjugator class.
What? He's
Yeah.
a slaver?
A what?
He's a slaver?
Right.
Tech.
Okay. Here where we get into like what a subjugator is. He's a subjugator class, and they don't really go into what that is. But if you know like what a subjugator is, it's like someone who subjugates clearly,
Yeah.
who like has people do their bidding and shit. So flashes forward from him graduating at his like subjugator high or whatever, and he's in the world. And he's looking, and the last thing they tell him in his classes is like, get as many followers as you can. Your followers are your strength. You have to build a team. And, all right, so they flash forward. He's in a bar hanging out. He's got a couple of followers, and some girl comes up, and she's like, hey, you're a subjugator. I want to be your follower. And he's like, no, fuck that. And he brushes her off, tells her no, and then he and his homies roll out. And they're all like certain classes. He has like an archer class. He has a knight class. And, They head out, and the story kind of focuses on the girl for a minute. She's like following them, and he enters like a cave area, and then it flashes back to her, and then she enters like much later, and everyone's dead, like brutally fucking like the manga has like a lot of fucking gore going on in it, and everyone's just like fucking destroyed, and he's like sitting in the middle of them, like the monster's dead, and they're all fucking gored out, and he's just like, yeah, this is why I don't want you in my fucking team, like get out of here, like. Or whatever, and then so it ends there, and it flashes forward another couple of months, and he's got like a lot of strong leveled people with him. He's got like a couple level 20s, he's got like a level 18, and he's getting like it's getting slice of lifey kind of like he's spending time with this girl. She really likes him. She's on his team, and so they're in the middle of town, and an event happens, like a community event, and a boss falls from the sky into the middle of town, and so they're like, let's go fucking kill this thing. Let's be the ones to kill it, and they roll out, and he and this girl and this monk and this nostril mage, which is a mage that controls snot, which is really like a low class and like gets kind of shit on, as it should be, because it sounds stupid and gross. And but they're doing the guy a favor because he's got a sick sister, so they're like, yeah, you can join our team.
Probably because he threw snot all over her.
Right? She's sick because he punched her in the face with snot. So they go fight this boss, and the monk gets annihilated first. He like runs in there, tries to kill it. The thing like rips his head off and just like destroys him. So then the final three, the high level girl and then the snot mage who sucks, are like trying to hold it off. And the subjugator like never fights. He's like always in the back because like all people know about subjugators is that they're the shit. And like so like if they have to fight, that means like shit is cereal. So the snot guy's fighting, and he's like getting really weak from fighting, and the girl gets knocked back, and she gets like knocked out, kind of. And the snot guy's like, I can't do this. You need to help us. And the girl like comes to a little bit, and she sees our main character grab his sword and take it out. And she's like, oh shit, we're gonna finally see a subjugator fight. This is gonna be like legit. And homie walks up behind Snot Boy and just like cleaves him in two, like just cleaves his own guy like straight down the middle. Guts and shit everywhere, and she's like freaking out. She's like, what the fuck is happening? And then like he's like, you know how in video games and movies and anime the hero can't win until his friends die? And she's like, holy shit, what? And then he's like, hero mode activate or some shit, and like it shows his level because like everyone can see HUDs and shit like when they go into battle. So he goes into battle when he takes his sword out, and she notices his level, and it's level 1, and they're all like level 20 and shit. And then it takes the dead people's level and compiles them together and then gives it to him. And he's like level 30 something. And the monster's like level 50. And then so he's like walking up to her, and she's like freaking out. And he's like explaining how it works. He's like, I have to kill my teammates to get my levels. And after I kill them, I revert back to level 1. And she's like, she knows like what he's about to do. And he's like, I need more levels. and she's like, I thought we were gonna get married, and homie just cuts her fucking head off, like
Jesus.
right there, just fucking cuts her head off, and like his levels compile, and he's like 50 something, and he's like clearly like high level. He's got like his sword gets all like high level,
aura and shit.
yeah, he's got like aura power and shit, and he's like all swole out. And he fucking just annihilates this monster and then reverts back to level 1. And that's where I stopped reading, because I was like, I don't know if I have what it takes to get into this, where the main character is literally slaughtering his teammates the entire time.
Wow.
Yeah,
What was the name of that again?
Gesellschaft Blume.
Okay.
Gesellschaft Bloom. It's a German word. But yeah, I'm gonna get back into it. I mean, like, yeah, after he does that, he like breaks down, and because he's like coming to terms with having to do this over and over again, basically.
That is his role in life.
Yeah, that is his class. He has one skill, and it's called hero compensation mode, and it's for when the hero in an anime or in a video game compensates for when his friends die, and like that's his whole fucking role, and that's pretty fucking bonkers.
Man, we claim to be a philosophical podcast.
Right.
That has so much moral ambiguity.
We might be able to dig into that, but there's only one volume out right now, I think, because it's really new. Like, it's really
a lot
new.
of ethical questions being asked in that, you know.
Right.
Some utilitarian stuff, definitely.
And it is supposed to be for the greater good, because they talk about how every 4 years a final boss shows up that is like level 999. Like, is like impossible to kill.
Subjugators are the only.
Yeah, the only ones that can
they
accrue that many
have
levels.
to actually kill their people to do that.
Hopefully.
At that point, I mean, all you have to do is stand back and watch it happen. And if turns out they can't take them on,
then you activate your mode and you accrue your levels and you fight him.
You're gonna get a lot of good fight scenes in that, like a lot of good fights, because you're gonna get like him fighting some teammates that don't want to die right then and there.
Like, he's not gonna be able to like surprise everybody, you know.
While
like,
fighting some monster.
Eventually, there's gonna be a teammate who's like, "Nah, fuck
he's
this."
gonna be strong. He's
It's
gonna be
funny
badass.
how that actually would not work in like an actual RPG or whatever,
Right?
Because like he would swing at something 20 times
And
his
miss,
level,
and miss every time.
and miss, or just
It would be really
do
funny
0 damage.
if you like went up to the guy and like cleaved him in two, and it was just like miss. But yeah, that's I checked that out this weekend. I thought that was pretty rad.
Do you have like a paper copy of it, or you're looking at screens?
Yeah, since it's only fan translated, it's literally just screens like on like manga websites and shit.
Manga Town.
Right. Manga Fox, I think, is the one I was reading it on.
Yeah. Ryan uses a lot of those.
And I'm not even like a huge manga guy, but like I saw the frame on a forum of the girl being like, we were supposed to get married, and him just cutting her head off, and I was like, I gotta know what this is, because that's fucking metal. Like, so I checked it out.
And you're dedicated to all things metal.
Right. Well, not really, but I was just like, that's brutal enough for me to like. It caught my eye. Brutal. Yeah, so fucking brutal. I had to check it out. Yeah, so that's what I was doing.
You want to drop your Nathan explosion?
No, not right now.
All right.
Can you do a ghoul voice for me?
I don't have a ghoul voice.
Smooth skin.
Yeah, smooth skin.
Cody's so good.
Cody does it really well.
It's
Yeah.
because it's just a
No.
it's just a fucking that. I don't want to say it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, rolling out. We are the podcast for you to spend your time with.
I just didn't want to say the word Jew.
Oh my god! I didn't want you to either.
You never call. You never write, like that voice, and then he just made it the ghoul voice the
Like
other
the
day.
raspy, like New Yorker guy kind of
Yeah.
voice.
I'm glad you gave that explanation, because it was completely despicable up until that point.
But I mean, he makes a good point.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah, as a mimicry,
right,
he's just New York Jew plus.
right. They knew what they
Equals-
were doing. They knew what they were doing. We're just gonna call them out on their bullshit.
All right.
No,
so,
the Bethesda.
Oh,
So I've been reading a book that's
Alright.
pretty sick. And by reading, I mean listening to an audiobook. I think I may have mentioned it in
Alright,
other
my
pod. Yeah, okay. I may have mentioned it in our other podcast, but it's called The Better Angels of Our Nature.
you were talking to me about it the other day.
Oh, and it's why violence has decreased. It's by Steven Pinker, who is like a neurolinguist, Harvard professor. I might be getting his credentials wrong. He's got some pretty stacked credentials, but he makes a historical account of why violence has decreased in society, and brings a lot of statistics into it, like, and just never takes the easy way out. You know,
Right.
like he presents every single side. He gets into multiple logistical regression, like really uses sophisticated tools to tease out like the correlations and make sure that they are accurate, and find proximate causes for violence declining. That's really cool.
What are some of those? That he
Yeah, he made it far enough to hit, like, I guess, like the crux of his position.
Well,
And
there's-
like, is he talking about time in memoriam, so to speak, like from like when we were like brutally having 100,000 man battles to now, or is he focusing more in like
America.
the latest crime drop from like
He's
the
talking
70s
about
to now? Like,
prehistoric to now.
that's awesome. So he's covering the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's actually really neat.
That is
the,
really neat.
The part I'm in right now, and I haven't entirely been sold on it, but that's why the multiple logistical analysis has become important, is because right now he's trying to convince me that our current peace is not a nuclear peace, that it's not deterrence, that's
I think I might agree with that.
stopped
'Cause I think we might be past that. I think it was at first, but
Yeah, it may be. But the most of the things that he, especially in now, there are a couple different causes to be attributed, but one consistent theme throughout is the Leviathan theory, that that you have to have a unbiased third party that will provide justice or will carry out justice, and that can, many things can act as a Leviathan, but basically government is
Supposed to be.
yeah. I mean, codified law can be a Leviathan, just having a system that always will attribute justice in the same way every time. But it's really compelling. I mean, like I said, from prehistoric to now, and like all the mechanisms for this change, what's driving this change. Like, I just didn't realize, like, I knew that things were pretty bad, like that, like punishment was disproportionate to crime historically, but I didn't realize how long it was the norm.
right. I mean, that was
Like,
pretty
you
much the
hear
norm
horror
until
stories, in like the 1600s and like even during the Enlightenment, but like
you didn't know that
15
stretched into like the 1700s and shit.
I didn't realize that it was the norm
Right.
in those times. Like, it wasn't until the late 1700s, early 1800s that we really got a punishment that's proportional to the crime.
Yeah.
Shit, that's still not even a worldwide thing, though. Like, there are still places that the
It wasn't
punishment is
until
still...
like like
Yeah.
slavery, has been something that's only recently been outlawed in a lot of countries. Like,
Right.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Also, in terms of like, I guess broadening your analysis tools, like he gives the best explanation, like layman explanation for Poisson distribution I've ever heard, which is really cool. Explaining how when an event's probability of happening is constant, why if the event is less than 50% and it's constant, why it happening tomorrow is more likely than it happening
Wow.
at a month from now.
Right.
And he's using the Poisson distribution to explain a lot of the trends in our current time, because he proposes that it's random. Like, you can try, and people thought that it's cyclical, but there really is no correlation. People think that that there being clusters, like this is kind of a common misconception that people have about randomness, is that clusters indicate patterns, but that's by definition random, right?
Right.
Like, if everything was equally spaced, then that's very much normal.
Right.
You have a linear distribution at that point. But he shows how that war just fits a Poisson distribution, and that this rate or this constant probability of engaging in war is actually decreasing. So that's pretty sick.
That is.
And I'm only halfway through it, and that means I've been listening to it for 16 hours. But it's really compelling. There's no way I could touch on everything that was.
Is the audiobook read by him or something?
No, unfortunately. But the guy that is reading it is he's doing well.
I like that 16 hours seems like so like drastic, but every time I see my fucking Stitcher like listen time, I lose my mind. I'm at like 800 hours of like audio fucking shit. And I'm like, when did this happen? Like, I don't believe it.
All right,
yeah,
Zach,
awesome.
You want to talk about Hyrule Warriors now?
After that, no.
How do you follow that?
With
Not with Hyrule Warriors.
I played a dumb game where I pressed a button.
Yeah, I did. I played a dumb game, and I didn't learn anything.
That's not the point, you know.
Our
Our podcast is not to solely teach people or something.
But it is funny.
It is.
It's definitely funny. Well, I guess we gotta hit that dumb guy demographic.
Exactly.
I do real dumb stuff.
We're getting into the dumb guy demo right now.
But no, actually,
Frisky Dingo reference, by the way.
I want to talk about books.
Is it?
I don't know.
No. I was saying it might be. It isn't. But yeah.
Did I say the Villabouts of the Ware and Kelly?
I think that might be a tumor.
I know a good cancer doctor.
But anyway, so you've been playing Hyrule Warriors.
I'm not kidding. I don't want to talk about it. I finally actually read an H.G. Wells book I hadn't read before. And, I talk about stuff being old. That's about as old
as it gets, as far as sci-fi.
Yeah.
Because he invented it.
I finally actually read The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Right.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And his writing style is so different from, like, other people
of the time
around the area. Definitely better than old Julie Verne.
Oh yeah. So let's not talk about how much a better writer H.G. Wells is than Jules Verne, because we could go on all day.
I do like
about why Jules Verne is a hack.
Hey.
And H.G. Wells is the hero we all deserve.
I don't want that guy to hear our podcast and get mad at us.
Oh, either one of those two very dead.
Very dead. So dead. Like they're so dead.
Been dead for a while.
Yeah, but I like a lot of H.G. Wells.
I know it's an old game, but the bosses in Super Mario World are so easy.
Right? I mean, you just jump on their heads
3 times.
Yeah, and that's it.
Except for the one
you
guy,
still jump on their heads 3 times in 3D World.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think of anything. I mean, I'm still trying to finish House of Leaves, and that's been.
Oh man, I'll be trying to finish
6
House of
years,
Leaves for the rest of my life, dude.
Yeah.
What's House of Leaves?
Oh man,
it's a super cool book. It's just like impossible to read.
It is a.
Was it like fucking James Joyce or something?
Oh boy.
No, it's what's his real name? I keep saying Zapata because
that's it's
It was when it was originally printed. It was printed under like not even a pseudonym, just like a false author's name. Like the author on the cover of the book is the author of all the manuscripts or whatever in the story.
It's about as meta as a piece of like media could get, almost. It's
gross.
Really, yeah. That sounds gross and like lame, but
it's basically a collection of like documents and random clippings and random manuscripts about a documentary about a house that changes shape on the inside.
Right.
The House of Mystery from the DC Universe?
Yeah.
It's someone like that.
Justice League Dark.
It's got
shout out
alien geometries wherein the inside of the house its geometry doesn't make sense for the outside of the house.
Yeah. And
so like you'll have
it's just a 4-dimensional object.
You'll have yeah, kind of like
that's kind of actually
right. Yeah, you'll have like hallways that stretch out from walls that don't exist on the.
That's one of the theories that get thrown out by him.
Yeah,
by, Johnny Truant.
Right.
All I gotta say is, duh.
But I mean, they are experiencing it and they're trying to like understand it.
But duh.
And there are like I don't know. It's really good. It's really fucking good.
It's really good. It's just really hard to read.
Yeah, because you have to like,
especially if you're me. Because like
the entire work is cited.
Book, yeah,
don't go anywhere. Like they'll
some of them do,
and some of them do. That's the fucked up part. Like there'll be footnotes and citations, and you can follow these footnotes and citations to real world things. Like
real
if you Google
newspaper
them,
articles,
and then
books,
some of them don't go anywhere, and then some of them go to other parts of the book, and then it's just a fucking wormhole, dude. Like the book never starts and never ends. Really, you're always like in it, and there are parts where like the there are pages that are just like blank, and then there are pages that are just like very small, like 8-point font written in the corner, just like a bunch of shit. Just
the fuck?
Right.
Is this a real book?
This is a real book. It was originally
it's the guy
compiled. Like, it wasn't a real book. The guy would just write it and put it out. And it eventually became compiled into just like a loose set of papers.
The special edition.
And then that loose set of papers that
House of Leaves?
House of Leaves. Yeah. I have it. I mean,
Leaves of Grass?
Yeah, that's what came to my mind when they said, I was
Leaves
like,
of Grass.
You mean Leaves of Grass?
Zach, you're being a real dumb guy right now. I think you meant Leaves of Grass.
Walt Whitman?
You and
Classic.
Brett are really dumb, so you don't know anything about Walt Whitman.
I know everything I know about Walt Whitman. I know because of Me Without You.
Everything I know about the Warren Kelly, I know.
Toby, Harry Tiger, Once Burned Bright. Save us your tales of Gnostic sight.
That's a good thing to plug, though. I mean, if you are really into, like, really fucking hard to, like, it really challenges you as a reader. Because, like, you really have to, like, muscle through parts of it, but it's kind of worth it, like, overall, because it's really fucking good.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of the scariest things I've ever read. Like,
yeah, it's weird. Like, when the references go somewhere real, I kind of freak out.
Yeah, you get kind of scared. Like, it's just really fucking weird. And it's like 7 different stories happening all at once, 9 different characters who are narrating. Most of all of them are unreliable. It's like, it gets very like, you're like having contradictory statements about things, and you lose track of which one is the camera behind the camera. So you're like, okay, so this guy's commentating on this piece, and so he's like he's the more truthful of it, and then it just gets fucking deep.
It gets weird.
Don't read it. Don't read it.
I mean, good luck if you want to try and read it. Like,
Challenge.
All right.
It's really.
There are people who have finished it and like
his
have a
name
really
is-
deep
is
understanding of it.
Lewinsky, right, or something.
It's something like that.
Because he's the guy who wrote It's the same guy that wrote. Fuck, what is
And
it?
guess what? I'm about to Google it.
Yeah, it's something pretty well known. It's Daniel something. I think it's either Levinsky or Lewinsky.
Danielewski. It's Mark
Z.
Danielewski.
Danielewski.
Mark Danielewski.
Right.
Will you look up what else he wrote real quick?
I don't think he's written much.
No,
Books and overview. Go ahead.
There was something pretty well known. I was trying to remember. I can't remember that he wrote.
House of Leaves, Only Revolutions, The 50-Year Sword, the Whalestone
The Whalestone
Letters.
is a complementary book to House of Leaves, I believe. I might be wrong.
Okay. That's it.
We dead air, baby!
Yeah.
What was your second thing?
My second thing, I don't really have anything like
Well, it doesn't have
in
to
the
be
canon.
current.
Right, it doesn't have to be current.
We're just trying to make recommendations for our listeners. Based
I'm
off stuff that
gonna make a
we're-
recommendation based off of the game you just bought and the thing we talked about last time. You should definitely play Condemned if you have the chance. If you have a PC that could run that shit, go out there and play Condemned.
Yeah, I just found out it was on Steam.
Right.
Because I just got my new computer.
And I'm sure it's not a huge amount of money to pick it up. Like, it's good shit.
It's $15 on Steam.
Right.
And it's one of the best games that there is.
Surprisingly very good for like one of the first games
It
to come
aged
out
well.
on an Xbox 360.
Yeah, and it was really unexpected for the very start of a next-gen system.
Right, next-gen system and a new franchise at that. Like, just, new all around. And
Some of the best detective work
in gaming. Like,
in gaming,
It's
yeah.
just, it's using a lot of gameplay that hasn't ever been picked up on by anyone else. Like,
and
it's
like fucking
The combat is so visceral.
Oh, it's so
the
visceral.
combat's so visceral. The AI on the enemies is so good. Like,
Really good.
They really captured like erratic movement and like
unpredictable behavior. Of
yeah. And I haven't seen anything parallel it since.
Right. And
And
it
nobody's
seemed-
even it's like a hidden gem.
It really is. Like, no one talked about it, and no one like looked at it and was like, "Wow, this thing did some really interesting stuff. We should incorporate it in our things." No one did that, and that's unfortunate because the combat is fucking awesome. It's super fast paced. It is incredibly difficult. Like, it has a really good ebb and flow to how the whole thing goes.
Absolutely.
And it's just
got a counter system, a block.
right.
Yeah, I mean, like, and it's not something that's superfluous.
And it's
it actually
real survival horror.
Yeah. Like they force you to use it if you want to play the game well and
Right.
survive. Like it does everything a good game ought to do.
Yeah.
And I haven't played 2.
2's amazing.
Two
until
gets-
it shits the bed at the end.
Yeah.
But up until that point, it's awesome. The ending gets a little.
Yeah. It upset me very much.
They really they really jumped the shark at the end. But it also has like one of the best sequences in like any video game, which is that bear attack.
dude.
Because that shit is fucking scary as hell.
I watched
run
you
like
play that.
hell.
Yeah.
Like,
Terrified.
Yeah.
I love that that's your objective for that part of that mission.
Run.
It's just run.
Good shit. It's awesome that you bought it. I might have to like come over and play that shit.
Absolutely. Joe.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
Not much. I mean, we covered it. The only other thing I wanted to talk about, I kind of threw in with my last, the shows coming. Yeah, the shows coming on now for True Detective that are really good.
Well, this is anything like we're trying to make recommendations.
for
Diamonds in the
anything.
rough that you
Yeah.
can think of that you think
I was trying to
aren't
think of.
mainstream, but
I was trying to think of music, but
well, music we don't delve
yeah,
into really.
we can't get that. I mean,
Because it's too subjective. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody's a real actual objectively a music critiquer here. Like we're not going to jump into
We're
time
just-
signatures and compare and contrast composition. We're just not that sophisticated musically.
I'm not, at least. I know. But you guys might be.
No, I'm not. I mean, I know how to make some music, but I do not. I'm not.
You can't like
Educated.
dissect a music theory of like a piece of
I
work.
can't tell you anything about music. About
I can't tell you anything.
I can't
about
tell you anything about a composition that
Right.
you're not going to intuitively pick up on.
on your own.
I might be able to say, oh look, this one has an A B A C progression or something, but who gives a fuck?
Right.
Then movies. I was thinking about movies and what's kind of like what I'm excited for as far
Yeah,
as
you can talk about that, like what you're looking forward to, even if you want to.
But I can't think of anything that's about to come out.
I can't think of anything to talk about at all right now.
I don't remember anything that I saw anywhere that was about to come out that I'm excited.
Speaking of weird, probably one of my favorite games of all time, and whenever you guys were talking about House of Leaves, just made me think of it. Fucking Killer 7.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I mean, that's...
Dude,
you wanna
use
break
that
out
as
the
use that as your fucking throwout, man, because that is something people should go check out. Like,
oh my god, it's only on the GameCube and PS2.
right.
And so that makes it really actually difficult to access. I mean, most people
Because
don't
it's not
have...
a virtual console or anything. Like
Look,
Right.
if you're not a plebe and you like fancy yourself someone who cares about things that are cultural artifacts, go out and buy a GameCube and play the game.
It's fucking sick. It's
All
Suda-
joking aside, it's really good.
Suda51's first game, right?
Yeah, Suda51's first game, and definitely his best game.
Probably his best game. Yeah, I would say so.
Definitely his best game. I mean, so you take on basically you're a contract killer, who is fighting like a.
Group of 7 assassins.
Well, no, you are a group
No,
of
I know.
7
I
assassins,
thought you got
and
them as you fight them.
there's been like a terrorist outbreak of these weird, like what they're called Heaven Smile, and they're like suicide bombing, like ghoul-looking creatures. But the story is completely wild. I mean, you're everything about the game is done in a really interesting way. The way that you receive your assignments by being called in by voicemail, the same voicemails left every time about if you're considering vote for this particular person, we'd love to talk to you about your vote. And so he goes and meets somebody on a overpass and gets information about his next assignment. And just the way the storytelling is told, the way the gameplay pans out, every time you shoot one of these Heaven Smile in their sweet spot, they fucking explode.
And laugh.
They explode into a
Beautiful, like
a beautiful silhouette of what they were, composed of entirely blood droplets.
Yeah, and they're like
and
just
then you
dots.
suck them up. You switch characters by exploding into blood and then reassembling as the other character.
That's crazy.
It's completely confusing.
Very.
Oh man,
It's
Do we have a
really,
word that's
it's
like
really
more
creepy,
hardcore than completely? Because that's what it is.
utterly,
It's just like
all-encompassingly.
Shout out.
Shout out to Mitch Hedberg.
Peace, baby.
oh man, go back and
But
listen to Mitch
it
Hedberg.
actually does have
Yeah.
a really conclusive conclusion.
Right.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, it's amazing storytelling. Check it out.
Check it out.
GameCube, PS2.
Yeah, it's
GameCube or
Go
PS2.
buy one of those first because you.
If
probably
you
don't have
ever
one.
thought that a Suda51 game was interesting, it's the only one that doesn't shit the bed.
right. It very much maintains that like awesome level of insanity that doesn't quite like go overboard or like too campy with it. you
Right.
know?
That's the thing, is that all the other ones were too campy for my liking.
Right.
But this one actually says something, and then it's done.
Right.
Like True Detective season 1.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't need anything else, and that's all you need.
We should just
Plus-
change
You're
our
good.
podcast name to True Detective Season 1.
Plus, there's that fight where you fight all the Power Rangers, and it's really funny.
Yeah.
What?
There's a fight where like you go to like it's like in like a western town, right? And
Well,
you,
it's like in
you have,
some like villa
duels.
in like fucking South America somewhere or something.
Nice.
That's the stylized. That's the
Nuts.
how they style it, but I don't know where it actually is. I can't remember.
Right.
It's been a while since I've played it, but I really would want to go.
Got
back
fond
and play it.
memories
I
of
can
that.
hear it in your voice. Like
I can hear it. I can hear whenever you shoot them and they say, yes!
Yeah.
And they explode like,
Fuck you.
yeah.
Every single person has a different saying that they drop whenever they hit somebody in the sweet spot. It's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
You know, they drop their little catchphrase.
Kaede.
Yeah.
Hurts, doesn't it? They all have like weird abilities that
Right.
you have to use in order to complete puzzles in the game. Like Kaede will slit her wrist and either spray blood on something, revealing something, or will suck up blood off of like a wall and then
Reveal something.
Yeah.
She's always revealing things. Then they got the homie with the like devil shot,
Dan Smith.
Dan Smith.
Oh, Dan Smith's my boy. In that
He was
game.
cool as shit, dude. That's a cool character.
He's just Wolfwood. That's why
no, was it Coyote? Was that the other guy?
Coyote is
Yeah.
the one that can jump really high.
Yeah.
Yeah. The eagle has landed on the roof.
Oh, god damn it, dude! I'm like remembering that game.
That's a cool game. That's a
It's
fucking
really
cool game.
Like,
Yeah, it's probably it's definitely in my, if we remove Metal Gear.
Right, yeah. If you like remove those like weird outliers and you talk about like your other favorite games, you
Yeah,
know,
it's
like
definitely top 5.
Right.
No doubt about it.
it's so cool. Yeah, it was super good. I wish I had a better like. I'm trying to think of like an underrated game now, like something better. Fucking Hyrule Warriors. I mean, Hyrule Warriors is fun. It was-
John's bringing the heat right now, dude. He's talking about fucking like this crazy book,
Well, we talked about
Killer
Crazy Book.
7. We did talk about a crazy book.
It's a good book.
It is.
That was super awesome. I'm super psyched about that. I'm gonna check it out.
It drives me nuts.
Go read fucking the Batgirl arc written by Gail Simmons.
Is that the one that called the flack for the cover at first?
no.
Okay, I don't know. Because yeah, there was that one where it's like the Joker has Batgirl all like beat the shit up or whatever.
Yeah, that
She's
would be
tied up.
her.
Oh, that is
That
the.
was Gail Simmons.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I remember the cover caught a bunch of flack.
When a Gail Simmons
It's like
version
straight
of
film.
Batgirl is like,
I forgot about.
it's some of the best writing in comic books that I've ever
when
read.
you get fat.
Because I mean, Batgirl's character is really awesome. She's has eidetic memory, and she's really intelligent. She has the commissioner as her dad.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of
Because
elements,
she
and
becomes Oracle.
yeah, well, no, the setting of the New 52 Batgirl is that she was Oracle.
Right.
She had a surgery
To get her
that
legs back?
fixed her spinal cord, and she's going back into
Back.
vigilantism.
And I've heard
awesome.
some people were actually upset about that kind of rearranging how because they
People
miss
always-
Oracle.
I'm
A lot
sure.
of people
I'm
love
sure that-
Oracle and not as much as Batgirl. So I don't.
Right,
But I feel like
it
I would
adds
really
a whole
be
new
cool with
element.
Oracle as Batgirl, though. You know, it seems awesome.
I mean,
but-
it is.
Yeah.
She is. Both of them are Barbara Gordon.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So, but like, it adds another element of complexity to the story because she's constantly having to deal with, the possibility of going back to being paraplegic, and
Right.
that's a huge weight on your psyche.
Right.
She has some, I guess, deals that she has to deal with her dad being in the police force and her being a vigilante, and there being naturally some conflict there. Yeah, it's awesome. Check it out. Gail Simmons, one of the best writers in comics.
Oh,
I'm also checking out. I bought all of Red Sonja, which is something she wrote, and I'm checking that out, and it's pretty sick.
I just remembered that it's probably going to be a while before the thing comes out, but I'm super excited about the 2 Neil Gaiman comics getting out.
Yeah, I wanted to get. On my to read list is Neuromancer, because I've never read that, and it's like, the start of cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Other than cyberpunk. That's why, the reason we use the term is because, like, the first cyberpunk book is literally called cyberpunk. It's
Get out of here, Zach.
Leave.
I really like cyberpunk, man. It's like one of my favorite genres.
Have you read Neuromancer?
Have I read it? No, I started to, but I've never finished it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard it's really, really, really good. It's like those are like that, and then it's those two, and then Philip K. Dick are like the pretty much like credited as being like the progenitors of like that whole genre.
Sick. All right. Does anybody else have anything they want to drop on our listeners?
Yeah, I just found this new podcast that's actually like super cool. It's called A Wolf Lives Here.
I was really hoping that's what we were doing.
They talk about really dumb stuff a lot.
Sometimes we talk about really smart stuff.
They talk about really smart stuff a lot.
Sometimes we talk about really.
You can find them on wolfliveshere.com. Check it out. We like them. We're a big fan of them. I've heard that they actually kind of like us. Like they've mentioned us a couple times on their podcast. Like that's really cool.
That's a pretty synergistic relationship going on now.
Man, how fucking like commentative can we get on ourselves right now?
It's almost as if
we're just like regular ass dudes with big ass dicks.
Oh shit!
Our new podcast, True Detective Season 1,
with big ass dicks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's just that line. Like that was so funny to me. Like
I'm just a regular type of guy with the big dick.
Yeah. No, he specifically says big ass dick. Like I just remember being like, all right,
wow.
All right, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your ear.
Go rate us on iTunes if you like us. That would be extremely helpful, so people don't think we just came out yesterday, even though we did.
But only give us.
We just came out yesterday.
And look forward to more content coming up on the forums, on the blog and everything. I'm gonna start my I died in Mario. I'm gonna start my weekly music. I keep wanting to say roundup, but that's not what the hell I'm talking about.
A music roundup.
Yeah, you
call that.
It's all country albums every week.
Herdsman.
But no, starting in the next couple of days, every week, I'm going to talk about either like a new album I found that I'm excited about, or an artist that maybe you haven't heard of that you might want to check out, and that sort of thing. But yeah, just stay posted. And
yeah, we're all going to actually start contributing a lot more to the blog site. We've all been extremely busy.
And tweeting. We're going to tweet some, too.
All right.
I want to tweet.
We got to make that Twitter presence real.
We got to make a Twitter presence real, guys. That's what John tells me. So I'm going to do it.
Yeah, let's not get into the meta on the podcast.
All right.
We out!
Look forward to YouTube shit. That's really important. We're going to do that.
That's the yeah, you need to plug that for sure.
We're definitely getting on YouTube, so come check us out. Come see what we're looking like, and give us a big, big kiss. Bye-bye.